as we said at part 3, we're leaving the intermodal yard, and just give you a better idea of what the situation is here as we get closer. Each of these parts we're going to have an approach. So it'll be the drive approach to the segment that we'll be doing. We've done 3 already. But if you can look here, you can see where it splits up. You can see the 2 signal towers, one to the left, one to the right. You can see the tracks. This is where they split. So all the freight trains coming from the west heading up to points in Maine go off to the left. That's the main freight line. This has some freight left, as we saw at Littleton, but it's, this goes to Boston. So anything going to Boston, but the majority of freight, and this whole facility over here housed food production, housed cement plants, car carrying freight. It's just a really busy spot. So we're gonna continue headed to air.
And our approach is, what we'll do is our main videos will just be part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And the approaches will be part 1A, 2A, part 1B, part 2B, 3B, etc.
Well, the approaches, or we can just say approach to a certain spot. So we'll say,
or we do that. But
yeah, that'd be it. Because our first approach, we got off the highway and we went to Littleton MBTA station, and then
that wouldn't be
so we'll just do the approach. We'll call it the approach, and then so we're like part 3 as far as commentary, getting out, and all the approaches are being filmed on Joey's phone, and all the commentary and whatnot is being done on my phone. So we're running 2 phones here. But we are gonna do the whole trip to Mechanicsville, soup to nuts as far as the journey. We can stick that in, and also too, if you want to skip over that, you can. You just go to the part 1, 2, 3, and work your way down. You don't have to do this whole trip, but we want to document the trip too, as far as, because it's really beautiful out here, scenic ride, and you can see a lot of trackside situation, and just see how these towns is integrated with the railroad. And these towns have been part of the railroad fabric since the 1840s. This is one of the first railroads ever built.
During a lot of these approach videos, you'll see a lot of interesting stuff that might not be train related, but may or may not be train related, but you'll see some interesting stuff.
Right. So I think we're leaving Littleton, I believe, and back into Air, Massachusetts. Air, Massachusetts. Yeah, just left Littleton. Air, Massachusetts. Fort Devens is located. One of the bigger Army bases, military facilities in that area, and there's also another intermodal area too, as far as freight. But we're not going to go by there. Yeah, that branches off. We're just going to stay on the main line here, and we will be seeing a commuter rail train approach pretty soon. We'll be hopefully we'll be at our spot by then.
Nice little body of water.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here. This is Route 2A West. We've been out here a few times already, just trying to get it down pat, so when we come back later on, we'll know exactly where to go and just get everything done. Just kind of getting it into my head, the route. So, yeah. I believe that mountain in front of us, if you can see it, it's Mount Wachusett, straight ahead.
Valley Medical Center. Welcome to Air, established 1871.
This is a railroad town from the word go. There's, like we mentioned back there at the Tomato and at the car carrying facility, that's a line that stretches out to Maine. So a lot of the trains heading east from points west will head to Maine at that junction. But up here is another junction also. I think it heads down maybe down towards Framingham, maybe. But that's where the other Norfolk Southern intermodal areas too. But that line continues too. But and like I mentioned earlier, we got Fort Devens. We got here first district.
This is
court
the first district court of
Middlesex County.
Yeah.
Northern Middlesex County. All right, here we go. We're crossing over the line here, and we're gonna be heading to Air Commuter Rail Station. That'll be our next stop. But this is a nice little town. Air Town Hall. It's just a nice little historic little town. I know they got a lot of nice restaurants here, and it's kind of a happening spot here. Definitely old. I mean, it's the railroads that built these towns. I mean, that's the only reason these towns exist is because of the railroad. To fuel and maintain the railroad, you needed people, you needed materials, you needed all that stuff, and that was very, very important.